Hello, I'm Tim Loughton, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on the Shoreham Airshow disaster because we've had an important announcement today. I'm pleased to say that the CPS have now decided that they are going to prosecute in the case of the disaster, and this evening the families affected were informed of that decision. So first point is that there's a deal of relief because it's now 31 months since that fateful day back in August 2015 when 11 local men tragically lost their lives, and the families have had to wait all that time to find out whether anyone is going to be held responsible. Clearly, anyone is innocent until proven guilty, but I think it's important now in a courtroom scenario that questions can be asked and various answers sought that have remained unanswered really since the Air Accident Investigation Board produced its very comprehensive report, but more than a year ago now. The AAIB did a very thorough job. They did a complete reconstruction of what happened on that day. They analysed in great detail the condition of the plane. But what the AAIB cannot do is actually to apportion blame, and that's why therefore it was really important that we had a decision as to whether there was going to be a court case, and we now know that there is. The second point is that hopefully now the very important inquest by the coroner, which has been delayed several times because of the lack of a decision on a prosecution, hopefully can go ahead as timetabled in November of this year. And that's a very important part of this whole process, where the coroner can summon all sorts of witnesses, a great many interested parties, to absolutely leave no stone unturned and try to get to the bottom of exactly what happened on that day. So this is an important announcement today. I hope it will bring some relief to the families who waited very patiently, and I think frankly the trauma that they've had to go through about losing loved ones has only been compounded by the length of time they've had to wait for further action to really get to the bottom of what has happened. So I think there are also questions to be asked as to why the police and the CPS have taken so long, and we've had this toing and froing between one saying that the police haven't sent the files and the police saying they have sent the files. But for now we need to concentrate on the fact there is going to be a trial and that hopefully we can get to the bottom of whether there was anybody responsible in court, and that can then lead to the inquest in November. I know that will be of great interest to the families involved, but it will also be of great interest to many of my constituents and the wider community who were hit so hard by this terribly tragic event all those years ago. It's right that we get to the bottom of what exactly happened, hopefully to give some much needed and long-awaited closure for those families.